Shalom. So hopefully, Lord's willing, y'all will see the other segment of me doing the book, like reading the book. Now we're gonna actually get into the documentary part. Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about coming out of Her My People. This will be episode 2. And now we're gonna get into trends, because I feel like this is like basically the kind of the definition of coming out of Her My People. Forsaking the ways of what this world usually does, trying to mimic the world when the Father actually called us to be holy, beautiful, set apart people, versus how the world makes us look. Okay, so now we're gonna head into it. All right. So I would like basically go out and be with a couple friends I used to hang out with in the world, and we would go and do things, and you'll see me like in the video I would be doing all this, and I was just looking at myself. I was like, I look so dumb. Like, you don't like until you come out of that scene, you be like, whoa, I looked it so dumb. Like, who was that? Like, and this world like really runs off patterns and mimics things that is the new norm. So we know in high school we had these Jordans and these, what's it called? What is it called? Vans, Adidas. And you notice every time, like when a certain shoe would come out, everybody and their mama want to get it. And if you don't have them, you the odd one out. You the weird one. You broke. So, you know, when I was in school and stuff like that, I would have my mom try to give me all these shoes that I didn't even really care about. And I remember it was a point in time where I was in high school, and I actually found myself, I don't know, I just found myself, and I actually realized that I actually like the little flat shoes, sandals, and stuff like that. I actually began to learn myself and love myself, and I stopped doing what everybody else is doing. Because I did, and I know that the guys that everybody that knows me personally, y'all gonna be like, oh, I will hope y'all do, you know. But I was like literally looking at that video, y'all, and I was like, oh my gosh. So a lot of us women, especially, we have examples of women in this world that twerk, that bring out nasty, fornicative, horny, sodomy type of music, and some of us women try to personate it. So like I would see like trends like I said on TikTok, and I would try to impersonate the song that I'm doing. I think the video that I just played was Summer Walker. I don't even remember what the song was. She was like, no, nobody can tell me about my man. I don't know, just I guess in the sense of acting like ghetto, like, got a drink, I'm the ghetto baby mama, because that's what she was going through, like that ghetto baby mama thing. So I was like doing like little, like trying to make like funny videos, like trending videos going on the topic of what was going on in the world. And as you can see, I look like a lunatic. And a lot of the times we feel like we got to do these things to be accepted. We got to do these things to fit in, get the likes, get the views, get the attention. Because if you would notice that this world promotes so much sin, and it's like when you trying to live a holy and set apart life, you trying to make edifying videos, or you're trying to bring attention to, you know, the Most High, it's like nobody really cares to watch you. Nobody cares to, you know, like see, oh, how can I change my life? Everybody is so like stuck on getting Gucci, Louis, impersonating a rapper, getting chains, getting all these types of things. And I feel like we have lost our identity in the world by just doing these things. When I that part in my book, Come Out of Egypt, and it was talking about basically like how, you know, when you come out of that spiritual bondage, you also have to change your mindset. So I also knew who I was at the time. Like I said, I found the truth when I was in high school, but I didn't take it serious. At first I did, and then I fell back into the world. Why? Because my heart wasn't circumcised. My heart still wanted to follow the world. My heart still wanted to glorify things of this world instead of the Father. And if you don't change your mindset, the first thing you need to change, like I said in when I was reading the book, the actual book in the last episode, which should be before this one if it's not, but you know, you gotta change your mindset. If you don't change that mindset, you still gonna be doing the same old things. You still gonna look like the world. As you guys will notice too, that even though my mindset too was following trends, but I was also using my vessel to dress like I'm modest. And you know, not only was I thinking like the world, but I was also promoting myself in an unrighteous manner. And it'd be times, you know, where I'd be like, dang, you know, like I would look and I'd be like, I used to wear these crop tops and booty shorts and, you know, showing off my belly ring. And you know what's so crazy is like sometimes when I see like women out, like if I'm going to the store or something, if I'm out and I see a woman like that, and if it can like if I can look at a woman and see her dressing like that, or I can like ghetto thottish or whatever, it can entice a man. And it's because it's like we were royalty, and the reason why the Most High tells us to dress modestly, not to follow the ways of the heathen, because it will promote that sinful seed of Satan, how he wants us to live in us. So like when I see women like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like if I could see everything in between, and like, you know, yo, everything, and can think a nasty thought, a man can think like that too. So you have to be careful how you present yourself as a woman, your character and what you wear, and how you looking like the world.
Forgive yourself, beloved. I have already forgiven you. Don't hold on to the things.
When I was in the midst of my sin, I also used to love watching what was that show called? The Chosen. I personally was like putting it in my mind, because I was like, wait a minute, I'm digging. But I used to love watching it. I used to cry a lot on it, even though we know the truth, you know, the truth. But like, yeah, and it was so crazy because I end up, y'all see it, but I was like watching the movie and I recorded the part. Whoever knew in 2026 or like when I got in the truth that I named my name as that woman, which even though her name wasn't identified, but she was referred to the Samaritan woman. In Samaria, idolatry and all kinds of sins was heavily down there. And it's so crazy that I recorded that part, because all praise to the Most High. If y'all go watch my video, I think I said the relation of the Samaritan woman, but I also talk about it in my book, which I will get to next episode, Lord's willing. But it's so crazy. I feel like it's so crazy how I actually recorded that, because now we here, you know. So I think I was always drawn to her story, because Christ said, that caught me the most is when he said, if you drink of this water, of my water, you will never thirst again. And a lot of us thirst and crave things of this world to fill the voids, when they never will. It will only be a temporary pleasure. It will only be a temporary fix. It will never be a whole fix. But when you find your identity in your source, the unconditional love in the Messiah, it's
but you're home.